An additional 20 inmates in the Hays County Jail have tested positive for COVID-19 since our investigative team first told you about the outbreak there that happened last week. The total is now at 60 inmates and 16 staff members. KXAN investigator Erin Cargile also learned the pandemic has sped up the adoption of a new jail diversion program. And tonight she explains how all law enforcement officers in Hays County will soon have the option to write citations instead of sending someone to jail for minor misdemeanors.
A jail diversion program was first brought up in Hays County more than a year ago.
Diversion is a good policy when there's a pandemic and when there's not a pandemic. And we're seeing clearly that as a fatal virus sweeps through our jail, that it's more important than ever to keep people out.
Jordan Buckley is part of Mano Amiga, an immigration advocacy group that's been pushing for what's called cite and divert. It's different than cite and release, which still comes with a criminal charge. Divert means there is no arrest, no jail time, and no criminal charge on someone's record if they follow the plan. An officer has the option to basically give someone a ticket for low-level offenses like marijuana possession, criminal mischief, or driving with an invalid license. And then they would meet with the district attorney's office.
We would review the case, determine if the person was an appropriate candidate for diversion. There may be a class that they have to attend. There may be some sort of conditions that they have to meet.
It's a program District Attorney Wes Mao says should fill the gap for officers when they think a warning is not enough and jail time is too harsh. Buckley wonders why it took so long to launch.
We're delighted that they finally followed through on what they said that they would do last year. And we were discouraged by a 7-month absence from when the Cite and Divert subcommittee had last met.
The County Commissioner's Court Chief of Staff is on that committee and says some law enforcement agencies were skeptical at first.
I think most of the hesitancy was just a clear, ensuring that there's a clear understanding on how this works and how it's going to affect them.
The DA says the sheriff has been the one pushing to expedite the process so fewer inmates will be going in and out of the jail during the COVID-19 crisis. But as far as getting the number of overall inmates down on a long-term basis,
I do not think that the Cite and Divert program is going to have a significant impact on the jail population.
Erin Cargile, KXAN investigates.
This program is set to launch on September the 1st. The district attorney says the county has been doing everything it can to lower the jail population, including setting reasonable bonds and PR bonds for lower offenses. At the same time, Hays County is making sure suspects facing murder, sexual assault, and child sex charges have high bonds and remain in jail.